And with that extra cushion of your folded blanket, I think it's in quarters, or however that works for you. I like to have my hips lifted a little bit. It is less compression on my low spine when we kind of come up onto elbows. So however you want to do that. And let your forehead or a cheek rest on the back of your hands. And for just a few breaths, just allow yourself to settle down. To let your spine lengthen, to let your breath slow. To start to feel where you're supported by the mat, tops of the feet, thighs, belly, ribs, elbows, hands. And start to lengthen your breath. And we'll use this being on the front body to our advantage. The front ribs kind of stay in place and the belly kind of stays in place as the back ribs and the back body kind of puff up. So feeling the breath as it moves in between the shoulder blades, in between the ribs. How the low back kind of lengthens on the inhale and settles back down on the exhale. For the next 2 or 3 breaths, make them the biggest breaths that you can muster right now. Nice and big and deep and wide and long. And let your exhales match that. Slow and steady until you're empty. And then if your head's turned to the side, bring your chin into the center and slide your hands out right in line with your shoulders. And for this first little bit, we'll keep hands flat on the mat, pressing into the heel of the hand and sending your elbows up to the sky. Press into your hands, lift up. It doesn't have to be a high cobra, just a little tester here. Exhale down. So for this piece, we're using our arms to get the extension in the spine. So press into the hands, lift the chest. So let the arms be the movers here. Exhale down. And one more, press into the hands, lift up. So like kind of, they're kind of like push-ups, I guess. But then this time, tent the fingers. Keep the elbows high. Focus the effort in between the shoulder blades. Press down in the tops of the feet. Firm the thighs, lift the chest. So it may not go up as high without using the arms here. We're just using the muscles of the back to extend the spine. Exhale down. Inhale up. Just kind of using the fingertips to stabilize you as you use the back body to be your mover this time. Inhale up. Exhale down. This time when you inhale up, drop the right shoulder toward the middle of the mat. Look over your left hand. Inhale into center. Exhale, drop the left shoulder down into the center. Look over your right hand. And we'll do that again, one on each side. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop the shoulder down to the middle. Inhale up. Exhale, left side drops. I should say lowers instead of drops. Drop is a little aggressive. And then exhale into the center. Let your arms come down by your sides this time instead of Makrasana. Take a cheek to the mat. And if you had your head turned one way in Makrasana when you started, bring your other cheek to the mat now. And just let your shoulders relax. And kind of have the backs of your hands on the floor so that your upper arm kind of lets your shoulders roll forward. So you get a little space between the scapula, the shoulder blades. And then make your way up onto your elbows. You'll have to excuse all the anatomy language today. I've been deep diving into our yoga curriculum, and I've been doing all of our bones and muscles and origins and insertions and all that stuff. So I have that on my brain. So move up to elbows. So we're not going to be fully in Sphinx pose, but we'll just be up on elbows, however is comfortable for you. And bend your right leg. Reach the right hand back. Catch hold of what you can catch hold of. And come back looking forward again. So pressing your heel down to your seat, pressing the hip point down to the mat. Finding a couple breaths here. And see what happens when you firm your right side seat, or if you can. You just may not have a lot of access to it in this position. Then release the right foot. Get yourself sturdy on your right elbow and reach back. Take hold of the left foot and press the heel down. And if you're interested, press the left hip down and squeeze the left side buns. Just a couple breaths here. And then release. We'll come back down to the belly and send the left arm out, cactus style. So elbow is directly in line with the shoulder. The arm is bent, the hand is flat on the mat. Bring your left cheek to the mat. Your right hand flat under your right shoulder. Start to press up. The right hip lifts, and then the right foot, it can dangle behind you. Or you can let it, I don't know what you can let it do. Mine just dangles. And that is okay with me. But what we're aiming at is some opening in the upper chest and in the right hip. Roll yourself back to your belly. Slide your left hand under your left shoulder, cactus the right arm. Press into the left hand, lift the left hip, roll up onto the right hip, and reach the left foot back. Some days my foot finds the ground and then other days it doesn't. We're looking for some length in from the knee, the left knee to the left ribs, just finding an opening there. And in the front of the right chest, right arm. Come all the way back down to your belly. And then yogi's choice, arms down or arms up in Makrasana. Take a couple breaths. And slide your hands under your shoulders. Press yourself up into your tabletop. And if you want to use your blanket now, just for padding underneath your knees and shins, do that. Or you can slide it out of the way. You might just have a comfy practice this whole time. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Find a couple cat-cows. Or any spinal movement that you want. We've already done a fair bit of extension, so rounding the spine might feel good, or moving it side to side might feel good. Just to have something a little bit different. And then come back into neutral. Inhale, reach your right fingertips up. Exhale, come into your twist, right shoulder on the ground, back of the arm. Do what you want to with your left hand. We're not going to stay for a terribly long time. Just find a breath. Press into your left hand, reach back up. And then right hand comes down, and we find the same. Left arm reaches up. Come and rest on your left shoulder, left side of the head, back of the arm. Couple nice easy breaths here. And sweep the left fingertips up. And come back down. So find your blocks and come into hero. So sitting on your heels, if that's okay with you. We're not gonna stay here for terribly long either. Just to set up your blocks, one on either side of your feet. And if it's okay with your knees, just stay here and let the thighs open up a little bit. Find one breath. And then come up into kneeling. So first, we'll bring hands to the sacrum, to the low back. So your heel, the heel of the hand is kind of resting on the top of the pelvis, like you're putting both hands in both pockets behind you. And draw your elbows toward one another. Lift your chin, lift your ribs, send your hips forward just a tiny little bit. Keep lifting up, 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 and out of your low back so we don't have this wild compression, but a big lift. And then exhale, come back down to your hero and walk your hands into your child's pose. These are all going to be pretty brief here, just one full breath. And make your way all the way back up to kneeling. So this time, we'll bring both hands back to where they just were in your pockets. Send your right arm up. Flip your palm so your thumb is facing forward. Your palm is away from you. And you might have to look here. Reach behind you, right hand to right block, and look up to the ceiling. Look back down. Use a little bit of momentum. Right arm comes up and back down to where it started. Slide yourself down into hero. Walk yourself out into child's pose for one breath. Inhale. Exhale. Come back up to kneeling. Hands back in your pockets. This time left arm reaches up. Palm flips away from you, so thumb is facing forward, pinky is facing back. Look if you want to or need to, left hand, left block, look up to the ceiling. And then look back down. Come back to kneeling, slide yourself down into child's pose. One full breath. And walk yourself back up. The grand finale. You can come back into that baby camel that we did at the very beginning, or bring one hand to each block. I come way up onto fingertips. Slightly sending hips forward, lifting ribs up, lifting chin up, keeping the neck long here. So even if the head is kind of dipped back, thinking about not letting the head just hang, but supporting it by those muscles in the front of your neck. Find a big inhale breath wherever you are. Exhale, one hand at a time comes off. And into your child's pose. One big breath. And either stay in child's pose or see how this works for you. We don't really do it very often. But rabbit pose, we bring hands to kind of wrap around heels, like the palm is resting right on the heel. And then bring your hairline right to the mat, so your chin is kind of tucked. And then start to lift your hips up while still holding on to your heels. So it's kind of like, it's like a cat back, but it's got a little bit of muscular action to it, a little bit of resistance to it. Just see how that feels. If it's weird, don't do it. And then exhale, come down. Press back up into your tabletop. And move here as you see fit. Side to side, up and down, round and round. Just being really still. And then come back into neutral. And drop your hips over to the side. And make your way to your back. And you can be using this blanket the whole time. Hop your hips over to the right. Pull your knees up to be right over your hips and let your knees fall over to the left. And maybe you change your eye gaze over your right hand. And find a couple nice full breaths here. Plant your feet, roll to your back. Slide your hips over to the left, knees over hips, and twist to the right. And then again, if you feel like turning your chin and your eye gaze over toward your left hand, do that. Plant your feet, roll to your back. Slide your hips into the center. So hips and spine and head are all aligned. Pull your knees into your chest. Find a little rock, left to right. And let your legs come out long. And your arms down by your sides. Let your eyes close. Just let your breath come easily and naturally. Just kind of notice how your body feels. Do a lot of opening in the front. Not a ton of forward folding. A lot of actions that we just don't take in our normal movement patterns throughout our day. So just kind of notice how that feels now. And check in with yourself periodically throughout the day. Just to see if it shifted or changed anything about the way that you move through your day. Find a couple more breaths here where you are. Roll to your side. And press up into seated. and arms out and up, and inhale. And pull hands into heart center. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace.